The knocking started on my third night. 3 taps, pause, 2 taps, pause, 1 tap. Deliberate, like a code I didn't want to crack. By 1 a.m., I'd counted it 17 times. Same rhythm, same pressure. No voices, no footsteps, just that pattern, like something's heartbeat. The fluorescent lights buzzed overhead, casting everything in sickly yellow. The walls looked diseased. The building itself felt wrong. The door swung open before I finished knocking. She was impossibly tall, eyes too wide, unblinking, like glass marbles, dead. She smiled with teeth too perfect, too white. Her voice was flat, toneless, like someone imitating human speech without understanding it. The smell hit me, formaldehyde mixed with copper, like a morgue pretending to be an apartment. Every instinct screamed, "Run." "Would you like to come inside?" she asked, smile stretching wider. Something primitive in my brain recognized predator. I backed away, fumbling for my door. She just watched with those dead eyes. When I locked the bolt, the knocking started immediately. Then I heard screaming, raw, desperate screaming that tore through the walls. It lasted 10 seconds, then cut off like someone hit mute. Then I heard screaming, raw, desperate screaming that tore through the walls. It lasted 10 seconds, then cut off like someone hit mute. I documented everything, timestamps, audio recordings. The pattern repeated every night between 11:45 and 3 a.m., always ending in silence. She was standing there, staring at the washing machine, not moving. In the flickering light, her skin looked waxy, like a mannequin pretending to be human. "Do you think about death often?" Her neck bent too far as she turned. Her smile stretched wider than any face should, and I ran. The crawl space was suffocating, barely 3 feet high. I followed that chemical smell through the darkness until I found something that froze my blood. Dozens of pale fingers pushed through the floorboards above me. Too many fingers. Then an eye appeared, huge, bloodshot. It found me. "Found you." Dozens of voices whispered in unison. The floorboards cracked. Something massive was forcing its way through, coming for me. 7 days was written on my wall in something dark. Each night, the number dropped. 6, 5, 4. She was counting down to me. "It took my wife," the old man whispered. "She always finds me, always moves next door, because she likes having one witness too terrified to talk." On the 7th night, I set up cameras and waited. At 11:45, the wall exploded inward. She came through. Not human. Never human. I don't live in apartments anymore, but sometimes, late at night, I still hear it. 3 taps, 2 taps, 1, and I wonder, did I kill her, or did she just learn to hide? 12:47 a.m. Deadline in 6 hours. My fingers flew across the keyboard, fueled by panic and cold coffee. My stomach twisted with hunger. I grabbed my phone. Just a quick food order. What could go wrong? The delivery app glowed in my hands. Saigon Palace, Vietnamese food. Perfect. I added pho, spring rolls, Thai tea. My finger hovered over confirm. Something felt off. I ignored it. I pressed the button. Order placed. 12:47 a.m. 1 hour passed, then 2:15 a.m. Still nothing. I paced my apartment, checking my phone every 30 seconds. The app kept saying, "Driver arriving soon." My hunger turned to anger. Where the hell was my food? The buzzer screamed through the silence. I jumped. A voice crackled through the intercom. "Delivery." Just that one word. Flat. Dead. Like a computer trying to sound human. My finger hesitated over the unlock button, then I pressed it. I opened my door and stepped into the hallway. The elevator hummed, descending to my floor. Fluorescent lights buzzed overhead like dying insects. The elevator dinged. The doors began to open. That's when I felt it. The temperature dropped 10 degrees. He had to duck to exit the elevator. Way too tall. All black clothing. No logo, no branding. A baseball cap pulled so low I couldn't see anything above his chin. His skin was gray, not tan, not pale, gray like a corpse. He walked toward me, each footstep perfectly timed. Mechanical. His body moved wrong, joints bending at slightly incorrect angles. The plastic bag in his hand looked swollen, misshapen. Inside, something shifted, something that definitely wasn't food. 512. His voice had no emotion, no breath behind it. I reached for the bag. "That's me." He pulled it away. "Confirm your order." Something in my gut screamed. His face was still hidden. I wanted to see his eyes. He lifted his head 1 inch. The cap brim rose. I saw his eyes, completely black. No white, no iris, just empty voids where eyes should be, like staring into deep space. My hand froze. My brain screamed, "Run!" I forced myself to look at the bag. The plastic plastic was too thin. I could see shapes inside, sharp angles that hurt to look at. Geometric, organic, wrong. Then something moved, on its own, independent. That wasn't spring rolls. His head tilted 30 degrees to the left. Too far. Bones cracked. You have to take delivery, he said in that dead voice. His black eyes never blinked, never moved. Those are the rules. What rules? What the hell was he talking about? I stepped backward. He stepped forward. Same speed, same distance maintained, like we were dancing. I moved faster. He matched me perfectly. The hallway lights flickered. No matter what I did, I couldn't escape him. He was hurting me. I broke into a run, slammed my apartment door, threw the deadbolt, the chain. My hands shook so badly I could barely work the locks. I pressed my ear to the door. Silence. Then his voice, muffled but clear. I can wait. My phone. Call 911. My fingers were shaking too hard. I misdialed twice. Finally, it connected. There's a man outside my door. He won't leave. His eyes are black. Completely black. A pause. Ma'am, have you been drinking tonight? I pressed my ear against the door, listening. The plastic bag crinkled as he set it down. I'll leave it here. His voice was perfectly calm. But you still have to take delivery. Those are the rules. Check your app. Footsteps retreated. The elevator dinged. Silence. I opened the delivery app. Order completed. 5 stars. Automatically rated. $20 tip already charged. Then I saw it. Special instructions I never wrote. Deliver after midnight. Bring what I deserve. Ice flooded my veins. I scrolled frantically. The restaurant name, Saigon Palace. But underneath, in tiny gray text, closed 6 months. My order time, 12:47 a.m. tonight. Below that, even smaller. Original order, 6 months ago. Delivery pending. That's impossible. That's impossible. Police knock. I opened the door. Chain still on. The officer looked exhausted. We passed your delivery guy leaving. Seemed normal. I tried to explain. The black eyes. The wrong bag. He closed his notepad. No crime committed, ma'am. Get some sleep. After they left, I checked the driver profile. Marcus. The photo showed a normal man. Smiling. Regular brown eyes. But the stats didn't lie. 247 deliveries completed. 0 reviews. 0 ratings. 247 orders. Not one single customer had left feedback. I started searching. Saigon Palace closed 6 months ago. Health violations. The owner vanished overnight. Employees arrived one morning to find it gutted. Every pot, every chair, every menu gone, like someone had erased it from existence in a single night. Then I found the review, posted exactly 6 months ago today. Ordered delivery at 12:47 a.m., never arrived. App says delivered, can't reach restaurant. 1 star, I checked the date, March 17th. I looked at my calendar, September 17th, 6 months, exactly. My hands were shaking as I did the math. That reviewer ordered at 12:47 a.m. on March 17th. I ordered at 12:47 a.m. on September 17th. Same time, same date, 6 months apart. This wasn't coincidence. This was a pattern, a cycle. 3 a.m. Every light in my apartment blazing. I sat on my couch, surrounded by laptop and phone, researching desperately. That's when I heard it. Knock, knock, knock. Not on my door, on my window. I lived on the 5th floor. The knocking came again. Slow, patient, deliberate. I turned toward the window, heart hammering. There was no fire escape outside that window. No ledge, no balcony, nothing. Just a sheer 5-story drop to the street. But something was knocking. I looked.
Delivery.
He stood there, outside my 5th floor window, standing on nothing, on air. The delivery driver, still holding that plastic bag, balanced on empty space like it was solid ground. Physics didn't apply to him. Gravity meant nothing. His black, void eyes locked onto mine through the glass. He held up the bag. I could see it clearly now. Something inside pressing outward. Too many angles, too many fingers. He mouthed one word, delivery. I heard it perfectly despite the closed window. I don't want it, I screamed. His head tilted that wrong way again. You confirmed apartment 512. You opened the door. You invited me in. The order must be completed. He set the bag down. On nothing. It just floated there, waiting. Then he stepped backward, off the ledge. But he didn't fall. He walked backward into darkness like descending invisible stairs. His form faded like smoke, gone. But the bag remained, sitting in mid-air 5 stories up, something inside it breathing. I watched in horror. The bag was growing, expanding. Something inside pushed outward with multiple hands. The plastic bulged, stretched. Through the translucent material, I saw fingers, dozens of of them. Wrong joints, bending in impossible directions, growing larger every minute. My phone lit up. Delivery app notification. Your delivery is waiting. Time remaining, 3 hours, 47 minutes. Countdown timer in blood red. I tried to delete the app. It wouldn't delete. I tried to turn off my phone. It wouldn't turn off. I searched desperately online. Forums, urban legends. Then I found it. Never order delivery after midnight. Some apps connect to restaurants that don't exist anymore. What gets delivered isn't food. It's what you deserve, what your address deserves. Another post froze my blood. My friend ordered Thai food at 1 a.m. Driver had black eyes. She refused delivery. 3 days later, they found her dead. Autopsy showed her stomach was full of something the coroner couldn't identify, something that was still moving. I looked back at the window. The bag was person-sized now, human-shaped. Something writhed frantically inside the plastic. Then the face pressed against the membrane. I recognized her. Rebecca Chen, the previous tenant. Trapped. Transformed. This was her. Rebecca's face was all wrong. Mouth stretched grotesquely wide. Too many teeth. Rows and rows of them. Her eyes, black voids like the driver's. Dozens of fingers clawed from inside the plastic. She'd refused delivery 6 months ago. Now she was the delivery. Phone countdown. 1 hour, 30 minutes. The plastic began tearing. A pale arm punched through, joints bending backward, fingers too long. It reached for my window. Rebecca's voice, muffled and desperate. Please, don't let it out. Just feed it. Feed it. I had no choice. Let it break free and become what she became, or accept delivery and face whatever came next. My hand moved to the window lock. It turned. Marcus's voice from my phone. Smart choice. The lock clicked open. I pushed the window open. Freezing air rushed in, reeking of rot and old blood. Rebecca's arm withdrew, waiting. Marcus's voice guided me. Touch the bag. Offer what you're willing to give. It will take what it needs. The transaction will complete. But with the pain came relief, like poison draining from a wound. Dark wisps flowed from me into the bag. Rebecca's form dissolved. The fingers retracted. The bag shrank rapidly. Within seconds, it was just a normal takeout container. The transaction was complete. I opened the container. Inside, liquid darkness swirling with tiny lights. My captured fears floating like fireflies. They were gone from my mind now. I felt empty, lighter. The container whispered, 30 days. Feed me again, or I feed on you. That was 29 days ago. Tomorrow at 12:47 a.m., Marcus returns. I've been making a list of what I can afford to lose, but I'm running out of things to feed it, and my lease doesn't end for 6 more months.